Germany bang up for this in the early stages. Good corner. Rudiger's got a flick on it at the far post. Muller was waiting, but for brilliant defending from Kyle Walker, he scores. Pickford is out of the scene, really. He's just sort of flinging himself, knowing full well that he can't get there. And but for Kyle Walker, that is 1-0. Great start for Germany.
Yeah, Stone's down already. Gets a pat in the back there. He's up and he looks like he'd be all right. A little bit of work to do for England. Like you say, defending by Kyle Walker, I don't think he's particularly great going forward, but I do think he's a brilliant defender, and all that pace he's got as well. Just really helps England in those. You want a team that's Europe this season, even to some degree Liverpool. You come up against teams who've got a different game plan, who can dictate affairs as well. Anyway, Kyle Walker now takes a long throw, but England this time mopping it up, and then Pickford sloppy with a touch. Ball very nearly rolling off his toe end and going out, but it's England on the attack now with Mount. He goes forward. There's a good little touch there from Kane. England have found themselves for the first time up the field with Declan Rice. Rudiger comes across and blocks his attempted cross away, and it's England now got a corner.
Yeah, a bit better that from England. You mentioned Pickford there, almost letting the ball. John Stones. Also, just prior to that, Harry Maguire got beaten in the air by Kai Havertz, but it didn't make a difference. England got down the other end, and then now from the resulting throw-in, have an opportunity to get.
And that goes straight out. There are one or two out the Germany lineup that we don't know too much about. The guys at the back, Schlotterbeck and Klosterman. I've seen Leipzig this year. I don't really remember him. And Schlotterbeck at Freiburg. I don't think I've ever seen him forward there. Anyway, this game's a little bit sloppy, isn't it? As both teams guilty of giving it away. Kane's little flick ball into Raheem Sterling really gives him a chance there. He's cutting it back. He's got two in the box. I can't quite work out how England playing today, because I've got GPay marked off as a right wing back today, but he's playing on the left. Comes in and that stings the palms.
Just on that quick transition that Germany had, which resulted in Havertz's efforts saved by Pickford, and then a corner which could easily have gone in had Kyle Walker not been fully awake at the back post. So, I think there's chances in the early stages, because that's that match, and I think he wanted to get them in harness again, those two on that right with an injury, and Harry Maguire's put the ball out so he can receive treatment. Looked to be in some pain as he hit the deck there, in what appeared to be a slightly accidental collision with the German defender. Is it Schlotterbeck?
Planted, it could be ligament problems. That I don't think he can carry on like that. He goes down again, and they're going to have to come out and do. Fans at his club would be keen for him to go straight off. But he's planted there, and it's an innocuous coming together, but it's one of those things, isn't it, that he just could have been planted, and and then. Of course, they've managed to stay in the top flight, albeit that Calvin Phillips probably would have done that whether Leeds heads up or not. As Germany now are on the ball in midfield, Kimmich is always good. The youngster Musiala, who's another one that they were sorting out the substitution, as Phillips gets a pat in the back and goes off.
Yeah, so Jude Bellingham, Borussia Dortmund player, comes on at the home of their great Bundesliga rivals, Bayern Munich, and, he's a slightly different type of midfielder, Calvin Phillips. He offers a little bit more going forward, doesn't he? But I think England have just been so under the sort of pump for these sort of 15 minutes in the game so far. They could do with a bit of solidity in them.
Yeah. Oftentimes I think that Calvin Phillips, if he played like he played Hoffman, if he needs.
Hi friends, welcome to my channel which provides 24/7 live sports match history.
It's a very disjointed game, isn't it?
If you are still not a member of this channel, please subscribe this channel.
Yeah, ball through the middle now, but it just bounces off the leg of Musiala, and then the ball just laid back to Pickford. He's put under immense pressure there. He's able to get the.
But it was a real problem for Pickford, who had to come off his line and clear out for a throw-in again.
A little bit better. We saw Havertz a shot and.
Gel as a unit and win a tournament finally.
Well, here's a real opportunity for Germany. They're bursting through now, and the shot is into the back of the net, and it's a great goal from Jonas Hoffmann. Had the flag gone up there, he looks round. Well, it looked like he'd made a clean break there. Hansi Flick looks on, but the flag had gone up, and clearly Hoffmann's gone just too soon there. Only just offside.
Yeah, he sort of stutters in his initial run, doesn't he? So he makes a run from inside his own half, but doesn't time it. And then, well, yeah.
Fernandez, I like some good referees in Spain.
Well, he was waiting on his linesman to give the initial decision there, and that's why it's been ruled out. They're just checking it now to Slotterbeck. Onto the chest of Havertz, linking up there with Muller, but not quite the pass that Havertz wanted back, so England tidy up with the ball back to Pickford. Again, good pressing from Germany to pressurise him, but, well, a multitude of infringements. England have won a throw-in higher up the pitch on the right-hand side. Bukayo Saka looks busy. England fans in good voice, 3,500 of them at the Allianz Arena, tucked away in a high corner of the ground.
Right before ball was kicked tonight, the England lads got 2 weeks holiday, and then, well, get yourself in shape, lads, we're going to be playing Germany. You know, it's ridiculous. So the players let themselves go for 2 weeks, then come back, right, you're hot on it again, training. You can't really do that, and you get these stupid niggling sort of injuries and bits and pieces coming together. You know, it happens when you're not quite at 100% fitness. And just look at Kane.
And if you love our content in this channel, please like, share to your friends. Thanks for watching. Keep on watching.
On Hungary 0 elsewhere, by the way. So far, you look at this viewed with more hard work than skill, perhaps.
Germany have it at the back. Klostermann goes back to Rudiger, who was under pressure from Mount.
But then Kane makes sure he does what good strikers do, just knocks the ball back to one of the blue shirts, and England have it back.
England haven't got anybody else, I don't think. 35 minutes gone. The game's gone into a little bit of a rut, hasn't it? There's been mistakes throughout the game, but the mistakes have generally led to entertainment. But these last few minutes have been a little bit.
You know, I still think that's very possible.
German fans appear to might be a corner. This actually might be a corner.
Well, it should be. I mean, you'd have to give credit to Trippier being in the right place there. He definitely put him off. Meant Havertz couldn't quite get it where he wanted, and also then he's blocked it off. So it is a. Tell you what, Carl Walker's having a good game, isn't he? You know, is that to step in? Right release, Hoffmann the other side. We haven't seen much of Gundogan. And Musiala, we were waiting to see what he's like.
6, or it might be the other way around, 6 and 5, but either way, pretty good numbers for a teenager in that side, as Bellingham now at the deck, and fancy Muller, who's claiming he was caught on the ankle by either Trippier or Mount. Rudiger comes across and helps him to his feet, but I think Muller was milking that for all it was worth, really. And would have been a throw into Germany anyway, probably. But they played it back to Neuer. He hits the one up towards Muller, beaten in the air by Rice, then headed forward by Klostermann. Trippier called Rice off and then nodded it towards the edge of the German penalty area, brought down immaculately by Rudiger, then given away by Hoffmann. England have it again. Sterling, though, dispossessed by Hoffmann, who tackled back after his own error. And then he chips it into space for Musiala. Walker, yes, he has. He finds Havertz in the box. Havertz now with a defender close by. Well, might be a little bit biased, but it looked like a foul all day from Havertz to me. When you see a replay, Walker's got hold of Havertz's shirt, but that's after he's been fouled. Long ball forward.
I wonder how close he might have been to an England. He might have been England C camp, but back in the day, well, he was playing for Wealdstone. I don't know.
But Musiala is trying to pop up and affect the game in all kinds of areas now. And I think, like you, John, he's definitely a big figure in this game at the moment. So he's the sort of player that England really need to get hold of.
Wrapped up in what they want to do to opposition without being, you know...
Spanish referee. So free kick to end the first half with Germany in position to pump this into the box. It won't be a shot, I don't think, from this kind of range. It's more like 40, certainly 35 yards plus.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to him there, he clips it cleanly, doesn't he?
In a challenge, and now Mount's picked his pocket. Mount's to the edge of the box, lays it wide to Saka. He wants it on that right foot again, goes with a shot, and it's punched over the bar by Neuer. Better from England now.
Yeah, I like that. It's an up an arm. It's a great instinctive save, isn't it? Let's take another look at it. Arm comes up.
Great corner from England, as I think it was Rice who got the header, and nobody was marking Harry Kane at the back post, but unfortunately for England, the ball didn't go quite to feet.
Yeah, again, it's one of those competitive England team with really good players in it. They're creating enough.
Give it him tackled back, but fouled the England midfielder. Apparently they're very good mates, those two, in Germany, despite playing for rival clubs in the Bundesliga. Musiala, who was born in Stuttgart, raised in Croydon, played for England under 21. This is a deep ball to the back post from the free. Hits the corner flag with his boot, clears it out for a throw. 3 minutes of the 8 additional already played at the end of this first half. The first half that probably the biggest headline will be Calvin Phillips' injury. First time, second time, it was a combination of a foul and an offside. England won it back again as Germany was slow to clear. As it bounces the way of Saka, who comes in on that dangerous left foot, strikes it well. Oh, just wide of target. England's best effort of the half, I think, there from Bukayo Saka. It was curling, it was 25 yards out, but it didn't beat Neuer.
He's taking a look at it. He hits it nice and curling.
Handles at the second attempt.
Please like, share to
and England will try and get something going just before half-time now. We thought it was just before half-time 5 minutes ago, but that's when the board went up saying 8. Rice. Knocks it back to Rice and then Maguire.
Hi friends, welcome to my channel which provides 24/7 live sports matches to you. If you are still not a member of this channel, please subscribe this channel, and if you love
Schlotterbeck looks big and strong, very difficult to get round.
Rudiger for that one as Germany try and break forward down the left. Rao sliding to try and keep the ball in, hasn't quite managed it. It's going to be an England throw. But Schuller's just swapped Bayern Munich for Borussia Dortmund this summer. One choice for Hans-Dieter Flick.
Hi friends, welcome to my channel which provides 24/7 live sports
ranging forward, stops when Kane is within his shadow.
Yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. I think I saw Chilwell this season at Chelsea. I thought he was superb, and then he immediately got it. Is Germany 0, England 0 at half-time in this Nations League game. Germany have had the ball at the back of the net twice, both times rightly ruled out. Ball keepers have had a few saves to England. Is it Calvin Phillips went off early injured?
24/7 live sports matches to you.
Saves to make. We've seen Kai Havertz a shot on target. We've seen Harry Kane block one off the line. A good header from Nico Schlotterbeck. For England, it's one flicked over by Neuer. The bad news for England is that Calvin Phillips went off early injured. At the Allianz Arena, it is Germany 0, England 0 at half-time in this Nations League game. This is Kane's shot on target early doors. Neuer dropped the ball and Kane a half volley over. Saka's had a couple of efforts. One flicked by Neuer. The bad news for England is that Calvin Phillips went off early injured. At the Allianz Arena, it is Germany 0, England 0 at half-time in this Nations League game. Germany have had the ball at the back of the net twice, both times. Is that Calvin Phillips went off early injured. At the Allianz Arena, injured. At the Allianz Arena, it is Germany 0, England 0 at half-time in this Nations League game. Germany have had the ball at the back of the net twice, both times rightly ruled out. Ball keepers have had a few saves. This went off early injured. At the Allianz Arena, it is Germany 0, England 0. Nico Schlotterbeck. For England, they've had chances. Kane shot on target early doors. Neuer dropped the ball and Kane a half volley over. Saka's had a 0 at half-time in this Nations League game. Germany have had the ball at the back of the net twice, both times rightly ruled out. Neuer dropped the ball and Kane a half volley over. Saka's had a couple of efforts. One flicked over by Neuer. The bad news for England is that Calvin Phillips went off early injured. At the Allianz Arena, Kane blocked one off the line. A good header from Nico Schlotterbeck. For England, had chances. Kane shot on target early doors. Neuer dropped the ball and Kane a half. We've seen Kai Havertz a shot on target. We've seen Harry Kane block one off the line. A good header from Nico Schlotterbeck. For England, they've had chances. Kane shot on target early doors. Neuer dropped the ball. For England, they've had chances. Kane shot on target early doors. Neuer dropped the ball and Kane a half volley over. Saka's had a couple of efforts. One had chances. Kane shot on target early doors. Neuer dropped the ball.
Thanks for watching. Keep on watching.
And Kane a half volley over. Saka's had a couple of efforts. One flicked over by Now, the bad news for England is that Calvin Phillips went off early injured. At the Allianz Arena, it is a good header from Nico Slotterbeck. For England, they've had chances. Kane shot on target early doors. Neuer dropped the ball, and Kane a half volley over. Saka's had a couple of efforts. One flicked over by Neuer. The bad news for England.
Thanks for watching. Keep on watching.
The ball, and Kane a half volley over. Saka's had a couple of efforts. One flicked over by Neuer. Nations League game. Germany have had the ball back on it twice, both times rightly ruled out. Ball keepers have had a few saves to make. We've seen Kai Havertz a shot on target. Ball keepers have had a few saves to make. We've seen Kai Havertz a shot on target. We've seen Harry Kane block one off the line. Bad news for England is that Calvin Phillips went off early injured. At the Allianz Arena, it is Germany ruled out. Ball keepers have had a few saves to make. We've seen Kai Havertz a shot on target. We've seen Harry Kane block one off the line. A good header from Nico Slotterbeck.
And both teams at times have been sloppy at giving away the ball. Will the real England and Germany stand up? I don't know, but the last time Germany lost, it was to England, and obviously in this stadium. Who has got a fairly long throw when he needs it, but what's he doing there? Just
of this channel, please subscribe this channel, and if you love our content in this channel.
Spaniard. It's the ball that now played out from the back with Schlottenbeck. And
but it'd be a painful one that for Kimmich. Credit to him, he didn't make too much of the incident. He's back to his feet and receiving the ball.
Yeah, one of those things. I'm sure I'm still in.